Let me continue my Limca Books of Records story with how I found the compass. So, let me tell you something beforehand. The final size of my art was 625 square feet, square shaped. So, 25 by 25 is what I created. As I already mentioned, I tried in every possible shops, and someone suggested you go to Avenue Road in Bangalore. So I did, and I found one of the art store there, and that art store owner was there in that shop, and I told him this is what I'm going to do. So I need a bigger compass. So he told some name. I don't remember that name now, but he showed a particular equipment which will extend up to 1 meter, and that equipment was 6,000 rupees. I said, 6,000 rupees? Okay, that is only for 1 meter, and 1 meter is about 3 feet. And 25 by 25, which means the radius is 12.5 feet. I need four such scales, rulers. I didn't think that was worth. Owner understood that I am desperately looking for a ruler of about 12 to 13 feet. He kept some premium pricing for the only option that seemed to be available at that point of time. And I was almost willing to buy, but I thought, let me give some one more try. Okay. And then I came back home with whole lot of sadness. Okay. And thankfully, my dad was alive then. He came home that evening for a cup of coffee. So whenever he feels like he wants to have some special coffee, he always comes home and I make coffee for him. He came and I was not looking okay. So he asked me. So my dad asked, why, what is the problem? Why are you not looking okay? And I explained the whole thing to my dad. And after explaining, I told my dad, Pa, looks like I'm not going to get a proper compass. And the compass that art store suggested seems to be very expensive. I don't think I can afford that at this moment. So I think my dream is not going to be true. And I didn't cry though, but I was at the verge of crying. I couldn't speak. The words did not come out of my mouth. Obviously, my dad understood, okay? So he had always been a person who stood by my dreams right from my childhood, and no exception this time too. My dad said, how many times you have come to my home? I said, what question is this, Pa? I'm talking about compass and you're talking about number of times I have visited your home. What happened to you? I was so irritated. And he asked me, tell me, I'm not asking irrelevant question. Answer my question. How many times have you come? I said, at least bare minimum once in a week. And the next question was another irrelevant question according to me. Which route did you take? And then this time I was really irritated. Appa, I want compass and you're talking about how many times I visited you and which route do I take? What happened to you? You normally don't talk this rubbish and what happened to you? And now he really understood how my mind was and he said, Radha, I'm not asking irrelevant question. Please answer. I am coming to the point shortly. I said, then I explained him the route that I normally take to visit his home. My parents were staying just 1.5 kilometers away from us, so I just walk. So I explained him the route that I normally take. I walk and go to their home. And they're like, have you seen that iron welding shop on the way to our home? That was my question. I mean, not my question, my dad's question to me. I said, yes. And now he said, why don't you go ask him to make a custom compass for you? And I was like, wow, what can that welding man can do for my need? I need a bare minimum, the radius must be 12 to 13 feet. It must be 13 feet, but go give a try. And my dad was not willing to take a no as an answer. And after that, My dad left, and I promised my dad, okay, pa, I will definitely go, but not today. Tomorrow I'll go. And the next day, I anyway need a compass, no? So there is no harm in giving a try. But I had zero expectation from that uh, welding shop providing me with the compass that I need. Okay. However, I have seen that welding shop, and I also know that welding shop owner because for some reason I think I interacted with him. So I had already made a judgment about him that he is an illiterate and he is not going to understand my need. How wrong I was with my judgment. Huh? I know I shouldn't be judging people, but I really judged him. So I went there and I told him that I need a compass, and the compass should extend. I should be able to adjust the length of the compass as I need. I explained to him in as much simple language as possible, and I wasn't sure if he knows what is a compass, and with whole lot of no trust. Okay, and I did not even trust him even a bit, and I asked him with whole lot of doubts, do you know what is compass? I straight away asked him, and he smiled and showed me something, and that was a divider, not a compass. And I got even more doubtful now. But the actual fact is that welding shop owner not only understood my need, he also understood how important it is for me to create that bigger art, and how much of a personal achievement is that for me. He understood more than what I expected him to understand. But I never understood that he understood. That was the story. So I was there standing with whole lot of self doubts and doubts on that person. So now that person understood that I'm not trusting him to do the job. But surprisingly, he did not get mad at me. Rather, I was also not uh, talking louder or something like that. I was very polite, humble as possible, but I was doubting his ability for sure. And he said, Madam, you just sit there in the opposite side for 2 hours. I will make your compass and give you. I That was a shocking surprise. Where is the situation where I had roamed around the entire city and did not find the compass, or I found a solution which was too expensive for me to use, and this man says, I will make it in just 2 hours. And when he said 2 hours, I was even more became doubtful. I mean, my doubts on him increased. I did not get trust at all. I don't know why. But he said 2 hours. Compass? And I ended up showing the compass videos again. He said, Madam, I know. And now he said, Madam, you can trust me. Please go and sit in the opposite shop. Give me 2 hours. I will finish your compass and hand it over to you immediately. And then I was like, okay, fine. You do it. I decided to wait. I just crossed the road and to wait in the opposite shop. Okay. The moment I crossed the road, I had another thought. You, what if this person is going to charge a bomb? I cannot pay. So I wanted to check about the cost of the compass. So I went back to the shop again. And now the welder, he was like, what, madam, doubt again? Now I laughed and told him, no, no, sir, not doubting, but I want to know the cost, at least tentatively, if not exactly, because I should be prepared, no? While receiving, I want to pay you. I don't want to keep anything pending. And I want you to start only if I can pay what you want to charge. I'm not here to negotiate. I just want to check my financial readiness. That's what I told him. And he said, somewhere around 700 to 1000 rupees, madam. And I was so shockingly surprised because the art store solution was 24,000 rupees, Indian rupees. And this welder says 700 to 1000. And that is super affordable for me. And I was happy. And at the same time, I was doubtful if he told me the right cost. So I asked him, "Are you sure it is 700 to 1000 only?" And I said, "What, madam? Do you think this is expensive? If you think so, I can reduce a little." I said, "No, no, no. I will pay whatever you ask, but I just wanted to know before you started the work. That's why I came." And now he said, "Madam, now you know I'm going to do. Now you also know the cost, and you just told me that it is okay for you. Now go peacefully sit in the opposite shop. You're not going to come here for the next 2 hours." Because he thought I'm going to disturb him quite often. Okay. I said, "Okay, sir." And I kept a timer, 2 hours timer. I always work on timers, no. Keeping timer and working is my favorite thing. Okay, so I kept timer for 2 hours. For 2 hours, I did not disturb him, but I kept on seeing him. He was smiling. Now, when 2 minutes when 2 hours was over, I went and checked. Now I saw the prototype he developed. I was really happy because he explained how it's going to work, and I was so happy. I thanked him. I never expected a welder to be that understanding. He never got mad at me, and I'm eternally grateful to him. And now he says, "Madam, I need another 1 or 2 hours to finish it, and I'll deliver it to you. You can go to your dad's home and come back." And I did. I was so happy. I expressed my happiness to my dad. And this time now I had coffee made by my dad. I thanked him, and he was like, "Hey, I'm your dad. So whenever you have problem, you let me know. I'll solve it just like that in snap of a finger." I said, "Yes, Pa, you really do that. Thank you." And I came back to the welding shop, took the compass, paid him double of what he asked, and I came back home. There were few other challenges that I faced, and I'm going to share in the subsequent videos. So keep watching the series. I'm going to post it once in a week. So every Saturday until my Limca story is fully over, you will see the videos. So this time, instead of showing my boring face, I thought I'll do an artwork and still share the story. Thank you for watching.